Hold on, hold on. LATTO has officially lost her mind. And this time it's not just about some ordinary Twitter drama. The internet is literally melting down right now because LATTO just crashed out like never before. And the reason? 21 Savage. Yes, you heard that right. News has spread through the industry like wildfire that 21 Savage has leaked a secret tape belonging to LATTO that has left everyone completely shocked. And the mastermind behind this entire situation is none other than LATTO's longtime hitmaker producer, Grizzly. People are saying that LATTO has sent private threats to 21 Savage, while her fans are ready to go to war in the streets. Is this a dispute over unreleased music, a massive studio betrayal, or a personal video that was never meant to see the light of day? What did LATTO say when she confronted the media after this leak? And why did 21 Savage take this step? All the details, leaked screenshots, and the absolute truth have finally come to light. Don't blink, because this is the biggest hip-hop betrayal of the year. Let's break it down from the very beginning. To understand how this absolute nightmare started, we have to look at the incredibly complex and often secretive relationship between LATTO and 21 Savage. For years, the hip-hop community has been playing a massive game of detective trying to figure out exactly what is going on between these two. They have dropped subtle hints, worn matching jewelry, and fans have spotted them at the same locations multiple times, yet they always maintained a level of privacy that is almost impossible to keep in today's social media age. But while the public thought they were just quietly managing a low-key romance, behind closed doors, things were getting incredibly tense. The boiling point arrived out of absolutely nowhere when an anonymous account began uploading snippets of what appeared to be highly confidential studio sessions and private conversations. Within minutes, the internet tracked the origin of the leak directly back to a camp closely associated with 21 Savage. We are talking about files that were never meant to leave the hard drives, containing raw vocals, intense creative arguments, and deeply personal moments that LATTO thought were safe. This wasn't just a random hacker trying to make a quick buck. This felt highly targeted, calculated, and malicious. It was a calculated move designed to completely dismantle LATTO's public image and expose her private vulnerabilities to the world. As the leaks began hitting platforms like X and TikTok, the name Grizzly immediately started trending right alongside LATTO and 21 Savage. For those who don't know, Grizzly is not just a random producer in the background. He is the mastermind behind some of LATTO's biggest sonic triumphs, a hitmaker who knows her creative process, her secrets, and her exact formula for making chart-topping music. Because he bridges the gap between LATTO's camp and the rest of the industry. His involvement in this situation sent shockwaves through the community. The leaked files contained production metadata and studio reference tapes that could only be accessed by someone with high-level clearance inside the inner circle. Suddenly, the narrative shifted from a simple relationship dispute to a massive professional betrayal. Rumors began circulating that Grizzly's storage servers or private communication channels with 21 Savage were the source of the breach. The secret tape wasn't just a single file. It was a treasure trove of unreleased material, raw emotional rants, and behind-the-scenes discussions where LATTO openly talked about her frustrations with other major female artists, her record label, and her intensely complicated dynamic with 21 Savage himself. To have your trusted producer and your rumored partner involved in a leak of this magnitude is the ultimate nightmare for any artist. When LATTO realized that the leaks were real and that her closest confidants were being linked to the source, she completely lost her mind. She didn't call a publicist, she didn't issue a polished corporate statement through her management team, and she certainly didn't stay quiet. Instead, she entered a state of total devastation and rage, completely crashing out in a series of rapidly deleted social media posts and frantic messages. Witnesses say her immediate reaction was pure disbelief, followed by an explosive anger that anyone who knows her character could see coming from a mile away. She felt completely cornered, blindsided by the people she trusted most with her career and her personal life. The fallout was immediate and chaotic. LATTO's phone was reportedly blowing up with alerts, and instead of hiding from the drama, she went on the offensive. She allegedly began firing off direct threats to everyone involved, demanding answers and demanding to know how files that were locked away in secure studio vaults were suddenly being consumed by millions of people online. Her inner circle describes the atmosphere as absolute chaos, with friendships dissolving in real time and legal teams scrambling to issue cease and desist orders to stop the spread of the files. But as we all know, once something hits the internet, it belongs to the internet forever. Fans and commentators immediately began choosing sides, creating an intense digital war zone. LATTO's fanbase, the Jack Boys, went into full defense mode, attacking 21 Savage's social media comments and accusing him of being bitter, messy, and clout-chasing. On the other side, hip-hop purists and critics began analyzing the leaked audio, debating whether this was a real betrayal or a highly toxic marketing stunt gone completely wrong. The sheer speed at which this controversy grew proves that when you mix real-world romance, high-stakes music industry politics, and a massive breach of trust, you get a situation that is bound to explode. What makes this part of the story so devastating is the realization of how fragile loyalty truly is in the music industry. LATTO had spent years building her reputation as an independent, unstoppable force who handles her business with precision. To have that image disrupted by a leak that as the initial shock wave of the leak settled, the internet morphed into a full-blown digital crime scene, with millions of fans acting as armchair detectives. People started downloading the audio files, slowing them down, and running them through software to isolate the background voices. What they found in the deeper layers of this secret tape sent the drama into absolute overdrive. It wasn't just a simple unreleased demo or an accidental microphone recording. The audio captured highly sensitive, intensely personal arguments where LATTO was heard confronting someone about loyalty, industry gatekeeping, and secret agreements that were being made behind her back. The biggest bombshell dropped when a specific portion of the tape revealed LATTO talking about her deepest vulnerabilities regarding her career progression. In the music industry, image is everything, and LATTO has always projected the persona of an untouchable, confident queen who commands respect. But on this tape, her voice sounded stressed, frustrated, and deeply hurt. She was heard discussing how incredibly difficult it is to navigate a male-dominated industry where your success is constantly tied to who you are dating or who you are producing music with. To have those raw, unfiltered thoughts exposed to the general public was bad enough, but knowing the leak originated from 21 Savage's camp made the betrayal sting 1,000 times worse. The focus quickly shifted to 21 Savage's motivation. Why would someone who has maintained a notoriously quiet, low-profile personal life suddenly allow or initiate a leak of this magnitude? Rumors began swirling through the industry grapevine that this wasn't an act of random malice, but rather the explosive finale of a massive, long-simmering contract and publishing dispute. Grizzly had been working closely with both artists, and sources allege that a massive disagreement over song credits, royalties, and ownership of certain master recordings had been tearing their professional relationship apart for months. 21 Savage's camp allegedly felt that LATTO's team was taking too much credit for a collaborative direction, and the secret tape was weaponized as the ultimate leverage to force a settlement. When the legal leverage strategy backfired, it turned into an ugly public smear campaign. LATTO's response to the leak was pure adrenaline and rage. She reportedly sent a barrage of furious texts and voice notes directly to 21 Savage, demanding that he face her publicly instead of hiding behind anonymous internet accounts and leaked audio files. When those private messages went completely ignored, LATTO took the fight directly to the public arena. She started dropping cryptic, highly aggressive subliminal messages on her social media platforms, warning that if the full contents of her studio hard drives were going to be used against her, she would have no problem airing out every single piece of dirty laundry she had on both 21 Savage and Grizzly. The threat of total mutual destruction put the entire hip-hop community on absolute edge. Other major artists and industry heavyweights who normally love to comment on internet drama suddenly went completely silent. Why? Because everyone realized just how dangerous this situation had become. In the modern music world, producers like Grizzly hold the keys to everyone's secrets. They possess the raw, unedited footage of what actually happens during late-night studio sessions, the real opinions artists have about their peers, and the financial secrets that could ruin careers if they ever got leaked. If LATTO truly decided to burn the bridge completely, She wouldn't just be taking down her own circle. She could potentially expose half the industry. Meanwhile, Grizzly found himself caught in a devastating professional crossfire. As a top-tier producer, your entire business model relies on absolute trust. Artists need to know that when they step into a booth and pour their heart out, or when they argue about a beat, those moments will stay within the four walls of that studio. With his name plastered all over the trending topics alongside the words "secret tape leak," Grizzly's reputation was taking a massive beating in real time. Industry insiders reported that several other high-profile artists immediately paused their sessions with him, terrified that their own unreleased material might be the next target of a security breach or a bitter personal dispute. As the hours dragged on, the emotional toll on LATTO became painfully obvious to her fanbase. Fans noticed that her team was systematically wiping old posts, blocking specific keywords from her comment sections, and trying desperately to contain the viral spread on platforms like TikTok, where users were creating remixes and breakdown videos of the leaked audio. The narrative was spinning completely out of her control, and the frustration of being misrepresented by a heavily edited audio file was pushing her to the absolute limit. She was trapped in a nightmare scenario where telling the absolute truth could ruin her career, but staying silent was allowing her enemies to dictate her story. The tension finally reached a breaking point when an insider leaked a screenshot of a massive legal notice sent from LATTO's powerhouse attorney straight to 21 Savage's management team. The document didn't just demand a total takedown of the leaked files. It explicitly threatened a massive multi-million-dollar lawsuit for defamation, breach of contract, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. This was no longer just internet gossip or Twitter Spaces entertainment. The battle lines had been drawn in permanent ink, and the industry was about to witness a historic legal and personal war between two of the biggest forces in modern rap music. The legal threat was just the calm before the ultimate storm, because what happened next completely shattered the internet. With multi-million-dollar lawsuits hanging in the balance, 21 Savage broke his silence, but not through a lawyer or a PR firm. Instead, a series of cryptic, incredibly shady posts began appearing on his close friends list and eventually leaked to the wider public. The message was clear. He wasn't backing down, and he wasn't afraid of a legal battle. Industry insiders claim that 21 Savage's camp believed LATTO was bluffing, confident that she wouldn't risk her career by letting the full, unedited details of that secret tape come out in a public courtroom. But LATTO wasn't bluffing at all. Realizing that the legal route was moving too slowly to save her immediate reputation, she decided to fight fire with absolute fire. In a late-night move that fans will be talking about for years, she went live on a burner account, completely bypassing her management's security controls. The crash-out was magnificent, raw, and utterly terrifying for everyone involved. For a solid 20 minutes, she didn't just defend herself. She tore down the entire facade of the industry. She exposed how Grizzly had supposedly been playing both sides for years, selling the same beats to rival artists and leaking studio coordinates to create artificial hype and toxic internet drama for streams. As the live stream numbers skyrocketed past 500,000 concurrent viewers, LATTO pulled out the ultimate receipts. She held up another phone to the camera, playing a series of private voice notes that completely flipped the script on 21 Savage. In these recordings, it wasn't LATTO who sounded vulnerable. It was 21 Savage frantically trying to explain away the situation, pleading with her not to release her upcoming project or reveal the true nature of their professional split. The revelation stunned the hip-hop community into complete silence. It became instantly obvious that this secret tape leak wasn't a show of strength by 21 Savage and Grizzly. It was a desperate, preemptive strike to damage her credibility before she could expose them first. The fallout from that live stream was nothing short of a nuclear blast within the music world. Major distribution networks and streaming platforms immediately began shifting their marketing strategies, quietly pulling down playlist covers that featured the collaborative tracks between the artists. Grizzly's production credits became a toxic asset overnight, with reports surfacing that his studio doors were literally locked down as his legal team scrambled to handle the massive breach of non-disclosure agreements exposed during LATTO's rant. The hunter had officially become the hunted, and the carefully calculated smear campaign against LATTO had completely backfired, exposing the deep, ugly underbelly of industry politics instead. By the time the sun came up, the balance of power had completely shifted. LATTO emerged from the absolute chaos not as a victim of a malicious leak, but as an absolute force who refused to be intimidated by the heavyweights of the rap game. Her fan base rallied like never before, turning the entire situation into a masterclass on how to survive an industry ambush. While the legal battles over copyrights, master recordings, and defamation are guaranteed to drag on behind closed doors for months, the court of public opinion has already delivered its final verdict. Trust is the rarest currency in the music business, and once it's gone, no amount of hit records can ever buy it back. But this story is far from over, and now I want to hear from you. The battle lines have been drawn, and the entire hip-hop community is completely divided on this. So whose side are you actually on? Do you think 21 Savage and Grizzly went completely over the line by weaponizing a secret studio tape just to gain leverage in a bitter contract dispute? Or do you believe LATTO's explosive late-night crash-out was a justified move to protect her name, her masters, and her career from an industry ambush? Drop your thoughts in the comments below right now. I am reading every single one of them, and I want to see how you are breaking down these receipts. If you think LATTO completely cleared them on that live stream, type Team LATTO down below. If you think there is still more to 21 Savage's side of the story that we haven't seen yet, let me know why. Before you go, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell right now. This drama is developing by the minute, and rumors are already circulating that another set of voice notes is about to drop. You definitely do not want to miss our next breakdown when the next piece of evidence hits the internet. Tap that like button if you enjoyed this deep dive. Share this video with your friends to see what they think, and stay locked in for the latest updates. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.